This is Brooke Hedrick. I'm answering some questions related to BenchBudEE and trying to track down some issues with fan and it not ramping the speeds up or down. So right now I have set up on your screen, the top left is the oscilloscope that'll be monitoring the PWM signal. And the bottom left corner there's a little summary of what the program on the Arduino is doing. For the first 10 seconds it runs fan mode high with a PWM of 0. The next 10 seconds, fan mode high with a PWM of 255. And then finally, the third stage is 5 seconds with fan mode low with PWM still at 255. On the right-hand side of the screen, there's meter 2, which will be the amperage pulled by the fan. And meter 1, which will be volt and ohm readings, depending upon the test that I'm doing. So the first test is whether or not the fan mode is being set to high. So to show that, I'm going to probe the gate on Q3, and what we should see is about 5 volts. I'm going to turn the Arduino on. I'm going to power cycle the Arduino again. I bumped the fan connection. Alright, so we are seeing 5 volts on the gate of Q3 showing us it's high. And when we get into stage 3, oh, there you see it dropping down to 0 volts. We're in that fan mode low stage of the program. And then we jump right back up to fan mode high again. You'll notice that while fan mode is high, the meter 2 is showing the amperage being drawn around 280 milliamps. I'm going to disconnect the fan, which right now is connected to the fan minus and fan plus, which are the 4th and 5th connections from the bottom of the terminal block. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fan minus. This is fan plus. I'm going to disconnect those and we'll see the amperage drop off because it's no longer processing that. Next, we're going to measure the ohms between the A ground and the fan out minus. Alright, I just turned the Arduino on. So right now it's in the fan mode high, PWM 0, and it's switched to fan mode high, PWM 255. Now it just switched to fan mode low, PWM 255. And then the cycle starts back up again. So again, we're at fan mode high, PWM 0. Now we just switched to fan mode high, PWM 255. And finally, fan mode low, 255. And what you'll notice is that we were seeing 50 ohms for both the fan mode high with PWM 0 and fan mode high with PWM 255. We were expecting to see 0 ohms for the fan mode high PWM 255. Another question that I needed to answer was what the part number is for the FETs I'm using for Q3 and Q4. That's these parts right here. That's Q4. That's Q3. Those are both A0D or AOD 476 parts. Thank you.